Hey everyone, it's Jem with ChappyPlans. Thanks for joining me for this Project Life Process video. If you'd like to see what I'm going to do, stick around. Hey everyone, it's Jem with ChappyPlans. This is week 5 in my Project Life album. I am using pre-selected vellum pieces and cards from the Stories by the Month kits from Ali Edwards, and there's a couple fillers in there as well. This is a very simple, quick video. I think it took me less than an hour to put together, which is like record time for me. I think because I'm sticking mainly to using Ali Edwards kits and for the most part her embellishments. However, this Vellum 5 was an add-on for my documentary kit from Studio Calico, and the cork hearts I think might be from an older Ali Edwards add-on option. If they're not from Ali Edwards, they're from Studio Calico. I totally forgot to use the word phrase stickers that I pulled out, so my bad on that, but what I'm using is my black Stays On ink. I find that it works the best for vellum and making a clear impression. And I'm just going to stamp out week with my alphas from Ali Edwards. I just like the way that they look when you layer them over top of each other because they're so simple and clean and large. I think that the alphas can really make an impact. So I use those just for the label. And then I'm going to take my Slick Writer pen and create little dash marks around the outline of the number 5 so that it stands out a little bit against the vellum background, because it's like the floral background is vellum and then the 5 is vellum, so I want to make sure that you can see it when it is stapled down. And I have to apologize for my voice. I'm sick again. we had a couple weeks there. Actually, when we left for Disney, I had a bad cough that got better and then came home, subbed a couple days, and picked up some sort of sinus infection or something. So my family and I have been home for 2 days, just like kind of surviving. And yeah, like the worst part of it all actually is like the sinus headache, sinus pressure that I have. Because it just makes it so that I like can't do anything. So today's Monday, but Sunday I laid in bed all day, or on the couch all day, and like slept on and off. That's really all I did, even though like I wasn't having too many other symptoms, but I just feel like my head is just so full of pressure and just hurts so bad. So it really has kept me from being able to do anything. But fortunately I had this short window where I felt halfway decent, and so like less like there's a knife going through my forehead and more like a bad headache. I don't know if that makes sense, but so I was able to get this filmed in that time frame and then do the voiceover while Nora is laying in bed preoccupied with her kitten and YouTube. So anyway, this is a really simple week, and probably also because I don't feel so great, I decided not to go overboard or extra and bring in all the stamps and all the things. So I just used these last few pink label stickers I have from Studio Calico to add some journaling here and there. I took a picture of this and added it to my Instagram stories on Monday because I was like, well, if I can't be at Disney anymore, at least I have this beautiful cup to take away some of the Disney blues. And so I'm glad I took that picture, and I love the cup so much. Our whole family's been sharing it. And then this vellum heart is so pretty, and I was so surprised when I opened these chipboard hearts. I didn't know there were 2 sets in there, so I was like, oh yay. And for a while here I'm just gonna fiddle around with, you know, the chipboard hearts and see where I want to place them, so that I have a good idea of what to use on this card here. But I love these. I think they were from the Story Kit XO last February or last January. And then once I get that figured out, the picture in the middle is 3 kiddos during recess. They built a little building together, and they wanted me to take a picture. That was me subbing for one of the classes I sub regularly for, which is kindergarten, and they're so sweet. And so I covered their faces up with smiley face stickers because I just didn't want to like assume that it was okay to share their images on, you know, public forums. So but I know who they are, and their cute little faces and crazy personalities. And then the January 3 things card I used to basically just journal 3 things that, we were thankful for and that happened in January, like Disney. And then I forget what else I wrote. Maybe this will help jog my memory. But yeah, I talk about just Disney and how much fun that was and getting to go away as a family together. I talked about how we were all able to escape a lot of what's been going around in Nora's school, which has been literally everything, like COVID, the flu, stomach bugs, like pink eye, strep throat, like all these different things that people have had that we didn't get. And then, the very end of January, we all have these like colds, which is like, I'd rather have that than any of the other things. And then the last thing I journaled about was just all the new projects that I started this year, how January means the start of new things. So like doing my planner and my daily journal and my art journal Olive and Project Life, and how I'm also doing the BFF sticker club now as part of my sort of content series. And then I'm also, this might be like a leak, I don't know when I plan on sharing it, but I am doing a media journal in my Create with Pen journal that's got Tomo River paper in it. So it's like the same as like a Hobonichi cousin size. It's like an A5. And it's so lovely and I'm obsessed with it. So I started creating a media journal, but I don't know that those are process videos I'll share on my channel regularly. We'll have to see. I've been kind of toying with the idea of starting a Patreon and filming like exclusive Patreon process videos. If that's something people might be interested in. I'd have to think more about it, like what else I would offer, because I feel like, process videos, I don't know how interested people would be in those, but I'd love to know your thoughts. And if you would be interested in something like that, what other types of things you would like to do or to see. I was thinking like a monthly Zoom might be like the higher tier or whatever. I might have 2 tiers or 2 levels, and that might be the higher one, but I don't know. I don't even know that I have enough interest for something like that. But anyhow, so that's what I journaled about. And then I'm just going to keep it really simple. This picture of Nora and myself under her cozy coat while she's reading to me is just the sweetest, and I loved it. Her head's in my lap, and you can see us snuggling there. And so this card is perfect that just says everyday moments. So I just journal about that and how she had her first sleepover because my husband and I had bought tickets like a year ago or something to see Matt Rife at a local theater. But the show wasn't until 10 o'clock at night. He sold out so fast. So Nora had her first sleepover at her best friend's house, which she was super nervous about, but did great and had a wonderful time. And so I'm just journaling about that and how it was just crazy that we were able to go on this have this be like a first for us. And that's going to bring me to the end of this side of the spread. So here are the close-ups. Those really just puffy stickers from Allie Edwards last year, chipboard hearts, and then I cut out some of those die cuts from both January and February's die cut pack. Then this was hilarious. I need to go back and journal about that, but Nora is in her old stroller in this picture. I pulled it as far back as it could go because she'd been using it to play with her dolls. And we took it out because right before we went to Disney, we wanted to see if she could actually fit in it. And she really couldn't. She's way too tall, which we weren't surprised about. But she's since been playing with it because she loves playing with her doll. And then I went into her room and I'm like, what are you doing? And she was laying in it. So I pulled it all the way down so, it went back. It's a City Mini GT. And I'm like, can you not break it? Because we kind of want to sell this thing. But it's just hilarious that she was in there just chilling, watching her YouTube videos. That was really, really funny. So I definitely need to add a label and do some journaling about that. Kept it simple. A Love Story, You and Me is just embellished with a couple hearts. Again, trimming out this die cut that says XO. Love this. And then inside the O, I just journaled that we were at the Matt Rife show. And that it was at 10 o'clock at night. The other things we did this week, there weren't a ton of photos because, again, sick towards the end of the week. But Friday, the cappuccino picture there, we love to go to this local coffee place that has the best coffee, period. But these are cappuccinos we grabbed after we dropped her off at school Friday morning. We picked her up from Abby's house and dropped them off at school, and they had morning program where the third graders, every month they do a morning program, and each month a different grade takes turns presenting on a topic, and it was third grade's turn, which is Nora's grade. So we went and grabbed coffee and then went back to school to watch the morning program. So that's a picture of our cappuccinos, and that's what I'm journaling about. And I'm going to leave the February title card really simple, add a few stickers. I do go back and add some more of those puffy hearts to the left side of the page because I kind of forgot to use them. So that's what I'm going to do right now. And like the light pink ones there, I had some extras. I've had these in my stash for a while, and I'm like, okay, Jen, you got to use them. Just use them. Even though they're not quite the right shade of pink for like what's on these cards, but that's okay. I think they work. It definitely works. So add a little star, add a little cork heart sticker, and call it good. I thought about doing some more extra things on this February title card, but I really just liked it. And I'm committed to using them when it's the start of a new month, so I needed it to be one of the cards that took up this side of the spread. Then I am going to use this other die cut that's got the 1, 2, 3 to do some journaling about the rest of the week and some of the things that weren't talked about, which I've already shared with you, and talked about how there was lots of different opportunities for takeout. So that's what those 4 photos are in the bottom right. They're taken over 2 different days, but Friday we always go to dinner. So we went to this place locally that has a ton of different little shops inside. It's like an indoor like food court, if you will, and made up of all different little places you can get food. And a lot of it is ethnic food, which is great. It's like our favorite. However, this night we're craving Herbie's, which is like this local place. They have delicious French fries, and then we got cheeseburgers, and then Nora was able to get like food that she wanted, and then we got dessert, which was out of this world. We got flan and tres leches cake, which was delicious, and then the next day we were starting to feel yucky, but we weren't like completely down and out, so we went to the mall because I needed to get a new phone. So I got a new iPhone, and then we grabbed Kong dogs, which are like this, they're like corn dogs, but there's lots of different toppings you can get, and you can also get them filled with mozzarella or with beef. It depends what you want. It was delicious. I got a ramen coated Kong dog. So that's what that picture is. And then I'm going to just journal on this note card, which is actually from Studio Calico. Don't ask me when, because I've kind of combined them all. Like if they're older, I've just kind of put them all together. Which reminds me, I probably need to go through my stash. But so I'm just journaling about, you know, how we were starting to feel sick. I got my phone, and then Sunday, we didn't even go to church. We all just stayed home on the couch all day and have been sick. So that's pretty much it. Very simple, came together very quickly. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to show you some close-ups of this finished side. So please do me a favor and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss my content. And again, let me know what you think about me potentially starting a Patreon. Thank you so much for hanging out, friends. Take care of yourselves and remember that you are enough, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.